Hi everyone. So I'm gonna say something now that's gonna be a little bit strange. And I'm not saying it's for definite, but I just want you to take this thought into consideration. I don't know if you've seen that video, I'm trying to find it, I don't know where it is, but there's a video of Dr. Fauci where it shows the bottom of his neck looks like it's dangling as if it's a mask. So like Dr. Fauci is not actually a real face, it's just a mask that someone's wearing. If that makes sense. There's a video where it shows where the bottom of his neck's dangling. It looks like it's part of the mask. And Dr. Fauci is basically, his face is just a face mask. You know, they can make it look as real as possible. And there's another man inside that. Dr. Fauci is not a real person. Obviously, he's playing a role like they all do. But it just made me think, and I looked at this picture, and I've looked at a few videos of the Queen throughout the years, and I'm just thinking, maybe the Queen is also wearing a mask. Maybe the Queen doesn't, her face is not real at all. Maybe it's just a mask. You know, all this. Maybe it's not a real face at all. It looks like a real face, obviously. I know a lot of the stuff recently in the last couple of years, I haven't really been convinced she's there. You know, it's just all deep fakes. But what if even before that, the woman or man or whatever, you don't know what they are, was playing her role, was just wearing a mask? And there's another person inside this that's hiding a face by wearing this queen mask. Maybe that is a whole mask. Maybe that's a wig with a mask, and somebody is playing that role of the Queen. Someone that we've never seen before. Maybe the Queen, or Queen Elizabeth that we see, you know, the Queen's head, especially in her older years, doesn't actually exist, if that makes sense. Maybe the Queen, the younger one, was probably killed off a long time ago. Maybe even that was a mask, who knows, right? Same with other people I've thought about. I think Boris Johnson, when you look at him, is that someone, you know, is someone else playing his role? So let's have a look. Hold on, just give me a second. You know, when you look at his character, you know, he's like a character you'd see on a comedy, you know, like a TV show, a comedy, or even a movie. He's like that comedian, the funny guy, the funny character in a film or a TV show. Makes me wonder. I have wondered if this is a wig. And well, I don't know about it being a mask, but you know, do all the makeup on it. You know, they've done it before. And I think on Ant and Dec, they've done it. They've dressed up as many characters. You know, when they did the Ant and Dec Saturday Night Takeaway, and they did those so-called pranks, they dressed up as people that you wouldn't even recognize them. They look like totally different people, all because of makeup. You know, all these wrinkles and lines you see on Boris Johnson's so-called face could all be just makeup and just, like, I don't know, some kind of special effects that some makeup artists have done to make his face look like that. Maybe it doesn't look like that. You know, maybe this is a mask as well. Maybe there's someone behind this mask. Maybe that hair's a wig. Same like the Queen. Same like Dr. Fauci. I don't know where that video is. It's actually annoying me. You know, same with anyone. You know, Donald Trump, for example. Let's have a look at Donald Trump. You know, do we believe? Maybe they are who they, you know, the face is who they are, but it's not their persona. They're just playing a fake persona. I mean, does Donald Trump really talk like that? Does Boris Johnson talk like that? Be out off the camera. They could have a totally different voice. For all we know, Boris Johnson could have a frigging Scottish accent. You know, he could have a totally different accent. He could be American, but he's putting on an act. I don't know about Donald Trump, but Boris Johnson's an interesting one. Could be the same for this as well. Could be the same for the Queen. Or, you know, the royal family. You know, think about it. So it is like it is theatre, isn't it? Look at how they dress up and everything. Similar to theatre. I just thought that was interesting. You know, the world. We've got. I look at all angles, and the reason why I think like this is because I try to be open minded about everything, and it's a good way to be. These days, people don't want you to be open minded because if you're open minded, you say something, people judge you straight away, and they don't want to know. But I don't care. You know, they want to get rid of critical thinking altogether. They want to get rid of everything, so you can't think about things, what's going on. How heck, you know, the way what we've been told. You know, everything's a lie. So anyway, so you've got to. That's why you've got to, you know, question everything and wonder. You know, the whole world is a frigging lie. History's a lie. So we don't know what's true anymore. We don't know if these people are real and who they say they are. You know, the whole world is like in a big acting academy. And that's why I question everything. What the hell are we on? You know, what is this place, or what we call Earth? Is it what we say it is? You know, I'm trying to wonder if I have a theory, and this is just my theory, that we are the North Korea of a much bigger world out there. There's a much bigger world out there beyond. I'm not saying the shape of it or anything. Forget about the shape. I think this world is much bigger than what we're told. I think there's more land and people, civilizations, and all that out of our known world. You know, probably beyond what we call the Arctic. You know, the Arctic Circle, and beyond. I don't know, Greenland. There's a much bigger world out there, and maybe it's a military zone. I don't know, and I'm not saying it is. I've just thought about it that maybe North Korea is a mockery. You know how they like to tell us what they're doing is a mockery for what we actually are. You know, we can't go wherever we want in this world. We have different checkpoints no matter where we go. We have to show passports to go to different countries. You know, we're not allowed into certain places. It is checkpoints like what North Korea has. You're not allowed out of this world, are you? It's like a prison. It's a dictatorship, and it's full of propaganda. Same as North Korea. And my theory goes that our world is much bigger than what we're told. Much bigger. I think there's other countries and other lands and people just like us, and just like us, that are probably much freer than what we are. And the people in this world that rule over us, that want to rule over us, only want us knowing about our known world, and that's why they map it out for us. And beyond the Arctic, which is probably like a demilitarized zone or something, we're not allowed out of it. And the people that are probably they're probably freer than what we are. That's why they don't want us knowing about what's out there. Maybe there's other countries and land, you know, and other cities and towns and all sorts of stuff on this same world that we don't know about. Maybe it's a massive amount of land that we don't know about, and we're just a small portion of it. This world's just a small portion of it, like it's its own country, like its own dictatorship. And that's just a theory, and I'm allowed to think like that, you know, because I don't know myself, and it's good to think stuff like that. It's great. Yeah, I find it fascinating. I do find stuff like that fascinating. We're basically being led into a world where we have limitations of how we can think and what we can think. They want to get rid of critical thinkers. They want to dumb down society, and that's exactly what they're doing. They're getting attacked at all angles, and you know, when you think about all these shows that are coming on, stuff like, I don't know, Big Brother, The X Factor, Britain's Got Talent, and all these reality TV shows, they are dumbing down. You can see it. They really are trying to make people focus on stuff like that, and they want a society like that. They don't want critical thinkers because it's easier to control a society like that. So yeah, and the technology side of it as well. You know, all this technology that's come out in the past 10 bloody years. I think the technology is way more advanced than what we're told. Way, way, way more advanced than what we're told. I think it's probably. I don't even know. Heck, this could have all happened before. I mean, what is this? I don't even know what this Great Reset is. We don't know what the we kind of do. We have an idea. It's not good at all what they're doing. But when I think of when I think of reset, it makes me think that they've done all this before. Maybe this has happened before. Maybe they do this to reset the population because they don't want the population getting too overcrowded, too much or something. I don't know. It's not a good thing though, is it? Like, the more you find out, the more you realise that you know nothing at all. And you can do all this research, read books, and and look into stuff like that, which is good. But how close to the truth are we? I think it's great to do stuff like that and do stuff like that. Research whatever you want. There should be no boundaries to what you can think of. And I think we're capable of so much more, but we've been deprived of it. So yeah, what I'm going to do is, there we go. Interesting how these two characters came out at the same time, innit? Became leaders at a similar time with the hairstyle, both from New York City. I mean, come on, guys, mockery or what? But yeah, we've all got to understand as well that opinions are opinions at the end of the day. Thoughts and theories and stuff like that. We all have our own thoughts, but we're all fighting. Well, if you're a truther and you're not, we're all fighting for freedom. We all want what's best for the kids that are growing up today. I mean, think about it, right? Look at the kids that are growing up today. Look at what world we're creating for them. It's up to us. It's either going to be our fault that the world, it's going to be our fault because the world's like it is in about 30 years' time. And it's a massive, I say, psychological war, I suppose, isn't it? But there is no limitations to just say what you fucking want. Because these people lie through the back teeth. Shithouses. They probably lie that they're not even. They're probably not even. They probably lie about what they look like and who they are. Acting academies and all these drama studios. Fucking hell! I went to college and I went to uni as well. I come across some drama students and I tell you what, some of them are absolute pricks. They are the biggest. Not all of them, a lot of them are have the biggest ego and the biggest dickheads you can think of. And I bet a lot of them get into these, not this, but all these fucking crisis acting shit you see, and all when you get these chats, all these chats on YouTube with frigging people coming on chats and pretending to do a Jamaican accent or an African accent when they're actually from London. Those people, those dickheads, those lowlifes. Yeah, fuck them. They're horrible. They know what they're doing. They're trying to. If I've noticed it when I don't really go on chats much at all, but when I have gone on live chats a couple of times, and I think it was more so last year, there was quite a few people. I saw quite a few, 2 or 3, that would go on live with a weird, stupid name and talk stupid when something important could have been said. And they go online, they talk stupid, pretending to be from somewhere like Africa or even America, and they're just from London. They're from the UK. And I think I've noticed, I've actually been on one chat and I had to come off because they were doing it. And the people that I was actually talking to on live, they thought it was funny. I thought, this is ridiculous. This is fucking ridiculous. Anyway, guys, I'll leave it there. I just thought I'll just talk about that. Thanks anyway.